One of the mottos of SMSD during the current extensive construction looks forward to the transformation of the entire school district. But some of that transformation is taking place inside the buildings, not in the construction fields. For instance, in the physical education classes of Carl Jones.
Instead of making it sport-oriented, I make the activities, I make the activities adventure-oriented, right? Adventure PE is the idea that I always had in the past, which is why we have the rock climbing wall and the slack line and the archery. I draw a lot from what's done in Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts. I try to bring those things in here because those are things that can be lifetime sports. They're lifetime sports for us. I see that if we make it fun and interesting, and it's not as competitive like it is in sports, where body size differences can make a difference in how well you do in the sport, I try to even the field, and if I even the field, the kids are going to continue having fun, and they'll continue doing it. Right? So Adventure PE is the basic premise of what I have here. Music is a huge part of what I do here. I use the iPad, I use my computer. Basically what we're trying to do is hit the kids where they live, okay? They're always on video games, so why not get them with something that they already know, right? They know Just Dance, and actually our previous music teacher turned me on to Just Dance and the fact that I can get the kids moving and do a little bit more. Now I turn that into more of a class thing or even just a small group thing, right? But I'll use any of this stuff if possible to raise a little sweat on faces, right? It's worth it. I've done experiments on this myself, nothing scientific, just observation, that if I do an exercise or I do a class without music, there's less activity. But if I have a class where there's music going on all the time, I have more activity and I have more sweat on faces. And if I'm here to do anything, it's to make people sweat. That rock climbing wall was built with shoelaces. We did a shoelace called curly shoelace fundraiser, and we were able to raise about $700–800. I was actually trying to raise money for the archery equipment. We raised about $700–800,000 just on shoelaces, and I just got the bright idea. I have some wall space. Asked my principal, Mr. Morton, can I build a climbing wall? And we built it. We built that by hand. Got permission from the district maintenance department. Broke out some saws and some drills. Got it mounted to the wall, and that thing is wonderful. The kids love it. And then we had help from the art teacher for the designs on it. The balance boards that you saw a little bit earlier, we handmade those. The quivers, the floor quivers for the arrows, I made those as well. I'll make sure I take the money that Mr. Morton gives us. We're lucky to have a budget. I take the money that we have and I try to spread that money as far as I can get it so that the kids have plenty of opportunity for activity. So if I can make it, instead of having to purchase it for 5 times the cost, I'll do it. I just wish more PE programs were like the ones we do. I brought up the point of, well, let's roll out some balls and blow a whistle, and then the kids just play basketball all day. I wish we had more opportunities for the kids like we do it, right? And I think that the thing that's going to make the difference, if PE teachers become more teachers than coaches, it will make me much happier.
For Spartan Spotlight, this is Randall Williams.